Spreadsheets are the backbone of modern business operations, but many professionals waste hours performing manual calculations or using inefficient workflows. Learning how to leverage Excel formulas is the quickest way to reclaim your time and build trust in your reporting. Instead of manually copying data, you can build dynamic formulas that update automatically as new information arrives. This video breaks down the essential Excel formulas that every analyst needs to master. We will move beyond simple addition and subtraction to look at powerful logical and lookup functions that handle real-world business scenarios. We will cover the mechanics of conditional statements, data aggregation, and text manipulation. You will learn how to structure your formulas to prevent errors, make your sheets readable, and automate repetitive tasks. By the end of this guide, you will be able to transform raw numbers into clean, actionable business insights with ease. First, let us examine the foundational logical and aggregation formulas that form the core of spreadsheet modeling. The sumifs and countifs functions are indispensable for summarizing data based on multiple criteria. Unlike their simpler counterparts, sumifs and countifs allow you to filter your datasets dynamically. For instance, if you have a sales log, you can use sumifs to calculate total revenue for a specific product region during a specific month. The syntax requires you to select the range you want to sum, followed by the criteria range and the exact value you want to match. This structure keeps your summaries dynamic. When you change the target region in a cell, the sum updates automatically. Alongside these aggregation functions, the if function is the building block of logical reasoning in Excel. It allows you to output different values depending on whether a condition is true or false. In real-world spreadsheets, you often need to chain multiple conditions together by nesting if statements or using the ifs function. For example, you can categorize customer accounts into tier levels based on their annual spend. By defining these logical rules directly in your sheets, you eliminate human error and ensure that your data categorizations remain consistent. When writing logical formulas, make sure to write clear conditions that account for blank cells or unexpected text entries. Neglecting these edge cases can lead to calculation errors that distort your reports and mislead decision makers. To test these formulas, consistently feed them extreme values to see if they break. This process reveals logical flaws early, allowing you to fix them before sending the file to your manager. Furthermore, combining logic with aggregation, such as nesting an if statement inside a sum function, allows you to build complex calculations that react to user choices. Understanding these connections is what separates advanced users from beginners. Second, we must look at lookup formulas and how they connect disparate data tables in your spreadsheets. The ability to pull data from one sheet to another is a critical workflow for any analyst. While VLOOKUP has been the historic standard, modern Excel users leverage XLOOKUP for its flexibility and reliability. XLOOKUP allows you to search a range or an array and return an item corresponding to the first match it finds. If no match exists, XLOOKUP can return a friendly default text that you specify, which prevents ugly error messages from cluttering your dashboard. Unlike older functions, XLOOKUP does not require you to count columns or worry about the layout of your tables. It can look left, right, up, or down. In addition to lookup functions, mastering text functions like concat, left, right, and mid is essential for cleaning messy data. Frequently, export files from software databases contain concatenated strings, such as a product code joined with a batch number. Using text formulas allows you to isolate specific characters and format them cleanly. For example, you can extract the first 3 digits of a product code to determine the manufacturing facility, or join first and last names together to create clean mailing lists. By combining lookup functions with text cleaning tools, you can prepare raw reports for analysis without relying on manual copy-paste methods that introduce errors. This approach is particularly valuable when handling monthly data dumps from multiple software platforms. Instead of spending hours aligning columns, you can write a template that uses lookup to automatically pull client details and transaction dates into a master sheet. Additionally, using clean text functions ensures that your lookups do not fail due to hidden trailing spaces or inconsistent capitalization, which are common issues in raw data exports. Mastering these tools ensures your reports are both accurate and fast to produce, freeing up your time for deeper analytical tasks. By automating the data matching process, you dramatically reduce the risk of manual input errors. Finally, we must establish best practices for structuring and auditing your formulas to ensure long-term reliability. A common mistake among beginners is hard-coding values directly inside their formulas. For instance, putting a specific tax rate like 0.08 inside a calculation makes the spreadsheet difficult to update. Instead, you should place the tax rate in a dedicated input cell and reference that cell in your formula using absolute references. An absolute reference, designated by $signs before the column letter and row number, keeps the cell reference locked in place when you copy the formula down a column. This practice makes your spreadsheet modular. If the tax rate changes, you only need to update a single cell to update the entire sheet. When auditing complex spreadsheets, use the trace precedence and trace dependence tools built into Excel. These visual arrows show you exactly which cells feed into a formula, making it simple to spot broken links or incorrect references. Additionally, you should consistently document your work by adding notes or using the formula text function to display the logic of your calculations. Building readable, well-structured spreadsheets ensures that your colleagues can understand and verify your work. By mastering these foundational formulas and auditing techniques, you build a reliable workflow that scales as your business grows. In practice, this means creating a separate sheet for inputs and variables, keeping them clearly marked away from your primary calculations. This separation prevents accidental edits by other team members who use your files. Furthermore, you should regularly test your formulas by running independent checks, such as summing a column of numbers from both the top down and the bottom up to verify the totals match. Taking these extra steps builds confidence in your final outputs. When your dashboard is clean, modular, and fully documented, it becomes an asset that your team can trust for months to come, rather than a fragile file that breaks on the next export. Investing time in proper formula design pays dividends in accuracy and speed. Data Skills Sprint teaches practical data skills for beginners and busy professionals. We break down spreadsheets, SQL, dashboards, automation, and analyst workflows into short, clear lessons. Every video is designed to help you learn one useful skill and apply it immediately at work. This video is general data education, not a guarantee of career placement, salary increase, or software certification. Code syntax and software UI change over time.